The story of Dr. Verghese Kurien is about what one man can accomplish despite the odds and what all men can accomplish if they pull together. It's about farmers and politics, democracy and power. It's high drama about one of life's most basic staples, milk. To begin with, India has 800 million people. 600 million are involved in farming, small farmers, 1 or 2 buffaloes or cows, a small patch to grow food. Milk is a perishable commodity. It must be distributed twice a day within 2 hours of production every day of the year. 30 years ago, dairy farming and milk distribution in India were in a shambles. The milk was dirty and adulterated. The British were known to say that gutter water in London was biologically superior to milk in India. Exploitation was the name of the game. Middlemen and traders bought milk from farmers for a very low price and sold it for a very high price. Both producers and consumers were cheated, while the traders reaped exorbitant benefits. That's where Dr. Kurien came in. It was the early 50s, and he had just graduated from Michigan State University with high honors in engineering. He was posted to Anand in the Indian state of Gujarat to help market milk from the small Amul dairy. He slowly began a revolution.
The private sector, which was in charge of dairying, had ruined dairying and brought it to a pass. You couldn't get a drop of milk which was not adulterated. You couldn't get any ghee or butter which was not adulterated. And dairying situation was so bad that some intervention was necessary.
In and around Anand, through village cooperatives, he organized the farmers who produced milk and linked them with local consumers. He eliminated the middlemen and put control of the milk back in the hands of the farmers.
Dr. Kurien na વારામાં એમ કે એમને આ સંસ્થા ઊભી કરી છે ગામડાઓ માટે.
Because of Dr. Kurien, these co-ops in the villages help us improve our condition. If Dr. Kurien was not here, the private traders would have been exploiting us indefinitely. In the mid-60s, then Prime Minister Shastri visited Anand. He was so impressed that he asked Kurien to replicate the Anand pattern or program all over India. Thus was born the National Dairy Development Board, with Dr. Kurien as its chairman. Its mandate was called Operation Flood, a targeted, focused development program. Kurien organized even more farmers into village cooperatives that would produce, process, and market milk for all the towns and cities of India. Milk was and still is collected twice a day, and farmers are paid a fair price for their milk on the same twice-daily basis. It is then sent to the dairies and distributed throughout India by an intricate system of trucks and railway cars. Kurien installed coin-operated vending machines in the cities where milk was fresher and less expensive than it had ever been.
Well, the milk is cheaper for us when compared to the private owners, the dairy owners. This one is cheaper for us.
And he put milk containers in neighborhood markets. To preserve the excess milk when the glut came in the winter, he turned milk into butter, cheese, ice cream, baby food, and chocolates. And against all odds and advice, he turned buffalo milk into milk powder with the help of UNICEF. Operation Flood began in 1970 with only 18 milk sheds serving just 4 cities. Today, Kurien's milk marketing miracle involves 6 million producers in 55,000 cooperatives marketing in 500 cities. Involving 170 million people, Operation Flood is the largest agricultural dairy development program in India and in the world. But that's not all. Dr. Kurien brought veterinarians to the villages to keep the cows and buffaloes healthy and to artificially inseminate them, most recently with the ova of female calves. He has shortened the time between pregnancies. Newly tested cattle feed that maximizes the yield of each cow and buffalo is sold to the villagers. Nutritious snacks are fed to village children, and farmers and their families get health care. The Dairy Board has built schools and roads. The word of Dr. Kurien's accomplishments spread among farmers and villagers across the country. All the villages are getting lots of facilities because of co-ops like this. We have a good milk price year-round and vets for the animals and cattle feed. Farmers from all over India are brought to the villages to see for themselves. Most leave ready to start their own cooperative. Dr. Kurien's success with the distribution of milk has since been repeated with produce. Not long before her death, Then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi asked him to set up cooperatives for fruits and vegetables. For the first time in that nation's history, produce farmers and consumers are getting a fair shake. There are also cooperatives to produce, distribute, and market protein-rich vegetable oilseed. And to assure that the cooperatives are managed properly, Dr. Kurien set up the Institute of Rural Management, IRMA, in which tomorrow's professional cooperative managers are trained. Every Indian Prime Minister since 1950 has visited and been impressed with the Anand pattern. Other world leaders have come as well. Prince Charles, Queen Beatrix of Holland. Soviet Premier Kosygin was so impressed that he invited Kurien to advise in that country's cooperative movement.
One of the countries which has already copied us is China. China had sent 3 delegations here. We have sent 2 delegations to China to help them. And now they have evolved their own Operation Flood with our help. And that project is being financed by way of donated commodities by the World Food Program, exactly as Operation Flood 1 was. And that project is now under implementation in China.
And leaders from Africa, Latin America, and Asia want to replicate the Anand pattern in their countries. Thanks to Dr. Verghese Kurien, cooperative dairying continues to grow in India. Domestic production and productivity have increased 100% in the last 15 years alone. The combination of democratically owned cooperatives, professional management, modern technology, and commitment from the farmers has produced truly astounding results. A cycle of poverty has been broken. Because of Dr. Kurien, a path has been shown. Dr. Verghese Kurien, winner of the 1989 World Food Prize.
I'm greatly delighted and honored to hear that I've been selected for the award of the World Food Prize. This is a highly prestigious award, and to have won it is indeed a very great honor. But I'm also aware that it's not so much any personal contribution I may have made that is being recognized here. It is more a recognition of the heroic efforts of 6 million farmers whose elected chairman I am, to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, to produce more milk to meet the growing demands of Indian population. That is being really honored here. And I'm sure that this recognition will provide us with additional stimulus to work even harder. Thank you.